My name is Nneka Wojo, and I'm here to provide or show a demo for an expense management app, which a school requested for to manage their expenses and their expense flow. So here is the background of it. The school XYZ encounters the daily problem of how to issue out expenses to internal staff. Sometimes vouchers are missing, or the officer is not aware the voucher is with him. Sometimes duplicate vouchers are created for the same purpose without the knowledge of the treasury officer. But most of the time, the school cannot tell how much they have given out per day. So this app is going to provide that solution, and also the staff do not retire the money issued to them. So the school XYZ is given a requirement to build an expense management application to solve this crisis with the following specific requirements: assign expense to a user who will be responsible for carrying out that task and retire when due. Management must have a role in approving all expense made and amount approved. The form must be easy to fill and submit, very essential, and then provide real-time status of all expense requests. So usually when you want to build an expense management app, the first thing you have to do is, after the school gives the background of what it wants, you have to gather stakeholders that will help you in the implementation of the app. So what you do, you can call people from maybe different departments like marketing or finance or sales or operations, and then ask them for their specific pain points of how they've been managing their expenses. So you listen to what they want the app to do for them, and then collate all their issues that they've stated and put them in one spot or in one file, and then that is what you're going to be using to build the app. So when you finish putting that down, you have to build what you call a proof of concept, which is like a diagram which shows the flow of the kind of system that you're building. So usually you can also do this on Salesforce, but I already have a data here showing the flow of how it's going to be done. So it's going to go from, this is a diagram of account object to expense form, expense line item, and price list. So this diagram actually shows that the relationship between this is, each of them is a one-to-many relationship. So the account object, which is the account owner or the account user or the user, can have a lot of expense requests. And then that expense request also can also have a lot of or many, let's use many here, many expense line items. And then this expense line item can also have many prices attached to it. So this just shows a one-to-many relationship. So this slide shows what we're going to be creating for the expense management app. And this is the objects. We have the account tab, the expense request form. And okay, this is just the tabs, but we have the objects, which is going to be the accounts, the expense request form, expense item, and price list. And then under each object, these are the fields that we're going to create under each of them. However, the Salesforce application already has an account object imputed on it. So we're not going to be creating that right now. We're only going to be creating from here this expense request form object. So we're going to have this fields under each of the objects. Yes, so we're going to proceed to Salesforce and create our app. So first off, we're going to create those objects that we talked about. So we go to setup and object manager, and then create.
Nneka, I can't see your Salesforce screen.
You can't see my screen?
Your
Oh.
Salesforce screen. I can only see your PowerPoint.
Oh, how do I do it? Because
Okay,
I've actually switched. I've switched again. So
okay, let's see if it will go back for. Let me reclaim host again and then allow you share your screen.
okay.
Okay. So you're now the host. I had to reclaim the host and allow Diane in. So you should be able to share
Okay.
your screen now.
Okay. Still showing me. What are you seeing on the screen now?
Still the PowerPoint screen.
Okay, has it changed now?
Not yet.
That's strange. Okay. Because it's actually on the, let me just stop share. Okay, and then share screen. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go back again and start again. So yeah, so from the setup, go to object manager and click on create custom object, and we're going to be naming this the expense request form. Plural would be expense request forms, and the record name here would be expense requests code. So remove this name here and call it expense requests form code. The data type, we're going to change it to auto number, and it's going to be ERF dash 1 2 1 2 3 4 5, and starting number is 1.
Okay.
Okay,
That
so
means
I'm going
that
to
the expense is going to
allow
be 1.
what did you say?
What does the ERF mean?
It's just a code. So when you start when you want to put your first request, is going to start, your first request starts from 00001.
Okay.
So if I want to request and I click on an express request form, it starts from 00001.
That's
So we're going to allow all optional features, and here it says, okay, allow search. And then here where it says launch new custom tab wizard after saving this custom code, custom object, and then do save. So what happens is that it opens a new tab at once. Instead of going back after everything and doing your tabs, you can do your tabs immediately. So you select your tab style. So let me just use airplane and say next and save. And save. So we're done with the objects for the expense request form. So we'll do the one for they will do another, will create another object for expense line item. So here we name this expense line item. Plural form is expense line items. And then here for record name, it will be expense line item code. Here we change to auto number. Display format is already here, so we just click on it. ELI 00000, and starting number is also 1. So this correlates with the expense request form. So the expense request form is 0001. Expense line item will be 0001. So allow all features here. Allow search. Save. So let's choose Bill for this. Okay, so the next object would be expense price lists.
So what was the first one you created?
Expense request form, expense line item. Just from here, we're doing this expense request form, expense line item. So we're doing expense price list now.
Oh, great. So what's the expense prices for? What is it for?
Expense price list is going to show the different amounts of each item you're buying. Item.
Okay.
Okay, so we're not changing anything here. We'll leave it as text. It doesn't have to be code. And allow everything. Allow search. Save. So you just repeat the process for the last two for this one also, and then click it tab style for this. And save. So we finished creating the different objects for the application. So now we're going to create this relationship, that's different relationship that we spoke about, the one-to-many relationship. So we'll go back to object manager, and we should see the items we just created down here. So we have expense line item, expense price list, and expense request form. So we're going to click on the expense request form so that we can start building the relationships. Then we click on field by relationship, then new. So we select master detail relationship here for this.
What's the master detail relationship for?
The master detail relationship shows the relationship between one object and another object. So it's like a parent-child relationship. So we want to relate this expense request form to and the account user. So the account user will pull out the expense request form. So anytime you click on the accounts, you can actually see the request the person made. So we relate it to accounts.
Oh, great.
So here we change it to employee's name. Next. Next. And save. So we'll go back to Object Manager and do for expense line item. Okay. Okay, let me do expense price list first, then I'll do expense line item.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so for expense request form, we're going to be using lookup relationship for that, not master detail relationship, because once we link it to the expense price list, so that we'll be able to pick and populate fields from that. If we choose expense detail relationship, we won't be able to populate when we get to the expense app, but when we pick lookup relationship from the expense request form relationship, we're able to populate that. So we're going to use the lookup relationship for this. So you relate it to the expense price lists. Like I'm on the wrong part. Supposed to go to expense request
Scroll up.
from
I just saw
expense
it
line
now.
item rather. Expense line, yeah. Mouse. Okay. Changes to item name. Visible to all so that everybody can see it. And save. So now we finished building all the relationships. So we're going to build the individual fields for the object. So go back to Object Manager and start building the fields, these fields here on this PowerPoint. So the first field I'm building is the requester name. So we're going to build the requester name under the expense request form. So
why is the requester name important?
the requester name is important so that you know who is requesting for each of the expense. If there's no name there, you won't know who is requesting what.
Okay.
So you have to put the requester name so you know that, okay, Nneka is the person that requested for biro, 10 pieces of biro. If you don't put that, you won't be able to know who requested for what.
True. Now you can track all activities.
Yes. Okay, I want to show you something. So, okay, let me show you from here. So if you look at this field and relationship, we already have employee's name. So we can actually interchange that for requester name. So we'll just leave that. So we don't do
You
it
just
twice. No, I didn't do it. It was there. So it's already there. So we'll just leave that so we can interchange that. And then we'll just start with the next one, which is requester description.
Okay.
Yes. So you go to field and relationship and then click new and you select text area. Here you put request description. Make visible to all so everybody sees it. And next, save and new because we're still creating fields. So the next one is request dates. So you click on dates. Here you request dates. Visible to all. And save and new. So if we go back to check, we have approval status for the next. We will not do this total amount created, total amount requested yet until you are done creating all the fields. So we'll do approval status because the total amount requested is going to pull from every other relationship we did. So we're not creating it yet. So we're doing approval status. So we pick lists. Next, field name approval status. And you enter the values by yourself. So you have approved in capitals, so it's fine. In progress, and declined. Next. So on a normal platform where you know who each user is. This approval status is supposed to only be visible to the manager that is supposed to approve it, but we haven't defined users yet, as this is just normal Salesforce demo. So we just click visible to all and continue. But for the clients, we already have who is what and the manager that is going to see it. So we just pick that manager and the system administrator as people that would see it. Okay, so we have done, save this. So I've done with the fields for the expense request form for now. So let's do the field for expense line item objects. So this is what we're going to create: the expense dates, expense item name, quantity, unit price, and amount.
What about the database? Where is all the data going to?
We're just building first. So when we finish, we're going to pull it from the app. When we name our app, we'll import it here. Okay, so go back to create expense line item object. So here, go to expense line item to click the field for it.
So everything has been created inside Salesforce, right?
Yes.
So it's just for you to merge everything together to
Not
create
this.
something.
I'm creating this expense line item, expense price list, and expense request form is a custom object. It's only the account, which was a standard object, that came inside Salesforce. These other ones, you have to create it yourself based on the requirements from the school.
So this custom object is what Salesforce has created, right?
No, standard object is what Salesforce has created.
Okay,
custom
then
object is what you create.
And it's quite easy.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to create the quantity. So here, put quantity. Visible to all. Save and new. Next is amounts. Okay, next is unit price. So we click on currency.
Okay. So you're selecting all the things that you've been needing.
That I'll be needing, yes, from the app. Yes.
Yeah. So what if you don't have it in the app? What if you don't have those options like currency in the app?
No,
that means
all the options. No, let me go back one step. So when you click on field and relationship, the database, the data type is already on Salesforce, and everything you need is actually there. It's just for you to know what exactly you want to do. So, for example, this for location already has geolocation. So you just click that. So
map, right? Maybe
yes, exactly. If you want to click maps, exactly. So you just use this geolocation for that. If you want some
Mm.
people to pick from, like select from what you've put, you use pick
Yes,
list, so they
option.
don't exactly, you give them options, so it's only those options that they use. Phone number, user phone number. So usually everything is already on Salesforce.
Mm.
Just pick it. So time, even website URL to click on, it's already there. So you just you just use basically what you want to do and pick it from these options.
From the, oh, that's amazing.
Yes, so you just pick it from these options and then just build.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put step. Yes. Let's make this 16. And check this now. This is for next. Save. Okay, so let's go back to our PowerPoint to see what's left.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
let's
can see your PowerPoint.
okay, so I want to create the expense dates now. So
Okay. So, okay, you've done the expense line item object. So under
yes,
the item object, you are creating the date, item name,
yes.
quantity, unit. You've already selected all this now.
It's not
I
there. Let me
remember
go. Yes,
you
but I didn't do.
selected
I
date.
selected it under expense request form. So that was
Okay.
request dates.
Oh, now I
So this
understand.
is
So you're
now
replicating the same thing.
yes, yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Looking good.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go back. So you have to stop sharing now and go back again.
Okay, so you're not seeing my screen again. Oh wow.
We're only seeing your
Oh, yeah. Now we'll stop seeing your screen.
Okay, I'll share again.
so we're waiting for your Salesforce page to come up.
So it's up
Yeah.
now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you look at these fields here that we built, you can actually see we have expense dates, item name, quantity, and price, which we had on the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
So now I want to create the amount. I want to create the amount.
Okay.
So we go back to fields and relationship and click on new. And then it's the formula. Because for amounts is like unit times how many quantity you're buying to get the total amount you're going to spend.
Yeah.
Okay. So you name this amount. Okay. The currency. Okay. Okay, so when I went to the formula field, I put first currency as a type of formula, and then you go to advanced formula. So under the advanced formula, you can use this insert field here to select what you want.
Okay.
So it will be quantity here, insert, times that times 9 is asterisk. So then you go back and select the unit price inserts. And then there's this thing here where that is called check syntax. So this check syntax makes you check if you have errors in your formula box. So you click on check in syntax, and if there's an error, it will tell you. But here it says no syntax error in merge field, so we can continue.
Okay.
Visible to all also. Next. And save. So on our field and relationships for the expense line item, everything we need has now been created. So we're going to move on to, yes, so we're going to move on to expense price line price list. So that's expense list item. So we'll create that also. So go back to Object Manager. Click on expense price lists.
So it's just like you're just picking, merging together, different tabs together. So your job is just for you to understand the requirements and where those tabs, so you can
the requirements and where those things are exactly. Just pick and populate. Yes, without having to use without having to use any coding.
Yeah.
So I'll call this item name. It's equal to all. Next. Save and new. Go again. Previous. So, okay, so we've finished creating all the fields. Finished creating all the fields that we need for the app. So now we're going to launch the app. Okay, so go to setup. Under quick find, we'll go to app manager.
Okay, so after the field, we go to app manager.
Yes.
It's still loading.
Yes, you go to home, then in the quick find, you just select app manager. The network is bad. Internet is unstable.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you click on new Lightning app. Okay, so here you put your app name. So what are we calling it? Are we still calling it my name? So
Nneka Expense App.
Nneka Expense App. So you have an option of choosing an image that you'd like for the icon on the app for the app, but I don't have any image on my laptop that I can use. So, and then you can also change the color, drain blue. So you can select any color you'd like it to be based on maybe the school's logo or what have you.
With their brand color.
Exactly, your brand color, and then it changes. So let me do that again. You press done. It's just black. So this.
And even that 0004. Nice.
Okay. So you do next. Next. So now here is where you select
everything
the items for your app. Yes, for the app that you created. So we're just going to look for the how we want it to be. So let me just type it to find it instead of scrolling down. So we have home, and then we add then accounts and add. Then so all the fields, the objects we created will now appear here. So you'll see expense,
price.
Exactly, those
price, this expense price.
Exactly. Price list. You can also add dashboards
for analytics.
Yes. So we'll select all users, people we want to see the app or have the app. So just select all the users that Salesforce has already provided. And save and finish. Okay. So if you look here, you can see it here. Can you see it? Number 14.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So there are different apps, but your own is number 14.
Yes. So we're going to do view all so we can see the app because I'm actually done with the app. So view all. So this is the app here, Nneka Expense app. So open it and you see the app. Okay, so voila, this is our app. So this is our app. So this is what it looks like. Right, things. Let me just dismiss this so that we don't have all this here. Okay.
Oh wow. So if you want to create an account, you select
exactly.
You click on
so assuming we have created our accounts now with the like organization's name. We have inputted the names for the account, so we haven't done that. So you can just for demo, just let me just show you. Just open that, and then I can put here Bisola.
Yeah.
And save.
And
then the account has been created just for this purpose. Usually, if you want to create the full account, you have to do every other thing.
Yes, that's like,
so this is your name here.
That's, in fact, that's an admin work, really.
So
under Bisola, exactly. So under Bisola, I can see my contacts, detail, phone number, all the activity, everything.
You see everything, every single thing for Bisola.
When I come, how many
everything, you see everything for Bisola
that I collected, phone,
phone
card, everything about me. Everything here.
You see everything here. So this is the request form. So with the request form, you now enter in what you want to buy. So Bisola, right? Bisola. And then what are you buying? So what are you buying?
Buying one bundle of paper, printing paper, and internet. I'm requesting for
so you're requesting for stationery and internet.
And internet, yes. And the time, the dates. Okay, the date is here. Is your internet hanging?
Okay, so let's see whether. So you're not with us, obviously, no one for now. So let's just leave it like that. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry, I think my internet's fluctuating.
Yes, it is. It's okay.
Okay, so after I put in what you said you wanted to buy, so this is it. Request dates, stationery, internet, request date, and approval status. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, so you see it there.
Then the expense line items.
Expense line items.
All the information, all the items.
So you said
stationery.
So you said stationery was biro.
Yes, it could be laptop.
It
could not add the expense line item. I remember RTF something.
It will come out when I'm done. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Paper. I knew you were going to say that. And that was why I had that problem.
Yeah.
It's supposed to come out. Coming. So here. Oh my. Okay. So internet has a mind of its own today. She's having a mind of its own right now. And I can't go on. Hello? Hello?
Hello,
Oh,
Nneka.
my internet has a mind of its own today.
Okay, no
Because
problem.
I'm not, so it's not.
Okay.
Okay, so where was I?
You are showing us the expense request form. No, we've done this. So just the expense line items and price lists.
Okay, so yes, I was saying that here. I don't know. Okay.
Maybe you should click the button. Click this button. Click the button by this side. No, not that one.
Yes, actually, this is what I'm expecting to open, but it's not giving me what I want because stationery. Let's see what that is going to show.
Maybe you didn't select the pick list for this option for the item name. So you have to go back to see if you selected it. I didn't remember you choosing pick list from the option. So that could have been the problem.
For my creation.
Yes.
Okay, let me check something.
Well, we can always go back to that. Let's see the dashboard and
yes, I'll check. I'll compare the dashboards now.
Okay.
So what I have.
This is amazing, no? Because if this was a code, for instance, it would have been a bug, and everybody would be trying to sort it out. But already, Salesforce would show you that this is the problem.
The meeting will soon end, and
yes, it is soon end. You're almost done.
Yes, but I've not shown the approval status.
Okay, let me see the approval status.
Okay. Okay, so for the approval status, you just go back to setup and you have to create the approval status for that one. So since we've already seen how the app looks like, we'll just quickly do the approval status for this one. Approval process. You click on, you go to setup, look for approval processes, and then here manage approval process for. We select express request form, and then it says create new approval process. Use Jumpstart Wizard. Okay, so for the name here, we'll just name it approval status. For field here, you select expense request form, approval status. equals to, search for it. You know, we created 3 p-clicks for the approval status.
Not equal to.
No, oh, I said, oh, okay. Equals to, please. Then if you remember when we're creating our fields, we created 3 for the approval status. So you just select in progress.
Okay, so that would be progress in what are the options?
Approved, in progress, and declined.
Oh, okay. This is where you choose the options.
Yes.
So, and then when we now check the status to see if you approved the expense request.
Yes.
Right. It could be in progress.
It could be in progress. Exactly. So you can either decline it or. So this says that if I click on save, it says approval begins. Let me see. View approval requests, process detail page. So it says expense request form, approval status equals in progress. So it says that the approval begins when it is in progress. That's what this means.
Okay.
So now we're going to pick our final approval action. So we'll select add new and just view that quickly. So you can put here approved, and shift updates, approval status. And do save. Let me check. Okay, approved. And do saved. So do the same thing for the final. Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. So everything will be on the home page, right?
Yes. So it's only the manager that will get to see this. And then when the person approves, you get it that the person has approved it.
Amazing.
So this would
well done, Nneka.
Thank you.
How do you feel? Like
I don't even know. Okay. So save. So yeah, so this goes back to, then you click activate and okay. Okay, so basically that's it. So if we go back to that app, but we haven't finished building it, so we haven't finished imputing it because something is wrong somewhere. So if it was everything was okay, we would have been able to see whether it was approved or not.
Yes, so there's if I yes,
so
approval status. Yeah,
exactly. So if I click like in progress and I'd finished doing maybe everything I was doing, but I've not finished because I mean it would have shown here to say submit for approval, but I haven't finished building it, so it's not showing anything because I still have to put the amount and everything. Yes.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.